The teams have reason to celebrate after the latest ruling in the Federal Antitrust Lawsuit. Let's break it down. Hey everyone, it's Taylor Kitchen and welcome back to Above the Yellow Line on the ATYL Media channel, where we do motorsports media your way, talking about NASCAR all the time on this show. And before we get into the news update, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you know when we upload new content. And this is a shorter video, but for good reason, because there was a major update in the Federal Antitrust Lawsuit between 23XI Racing, Front Row Motorsports, and NASCAR. Announced today, Judge Bell granted 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports their preliminary injunction to enter two chartered cars under the 2025 charter agreement without the antitrust claim release clause. And if that wasn't major enough, the judge also ruled that NASCAR must approve the transfer of charters from Stewart-Haas Racing to 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports. So truly an unbelievable win for the teams. Remember in our last video, we talked about how the teams were just in the process of refiling their preliminary injunction because their circumstances had changed. And one of the key points made with the refiling of the preliminary injunction is that according to the documents, Tyler Reddick had to notify 23XI Racing that they were in breach of his contract. This meaning that if the preliminary injunction did not go through by December 18th, Tyler Reddick had every right to leave the team and go somewhere else. And that wasn't just the case for Tyler Reddick. There were similar situations with multiple drivers involved in this federal antitrust lawsuit that are contracted with Front Row Motorsports or 23XI Racing, like Riley Herbst. In his contract, he has to be in a chartered car. The same thing goes for Noah Gragson, and for Bubba Wallace, he had to inform the team that he needs to know immediately what his intent is for competition in 2025. Something that was also interesting to note is that even Corey Heim wrote to 23XI Racing saying he needed answers right away. So all of this and more is why Judge Bell ruled in favor of the teams, because it showed immediate irreparable harm, which is something that the teams failed to prove to the first judge, proving that, hey, if we do not get this preliminary injunction, we are in danger. And yes, that's another thing to highlight here too. Like we talked about in last video, there would be a new judge presiding over this case. Judge Whitney is out, Judge Bell is in, and Judge Bell gave the teams their preliminary injunction without a hearing, which is very impressive. So this is a major win for the teams, but now we get to the age-old question, what's next? Well, NASCAR has the ability to appeal this decision, so we're waiting to hear what they decide to do. As far as a timeline for the rest of this case, we do have some answers there. Judge Bell shared that their timeline for completing this case is before the start of 2026. So definitely a major win for the teams, a major update in the federal antitrust lawsuit. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, for more NASCAR news and more from us here at Above the Yellow Line and ATYL Media, make sure to go to abovetheyellowline.com and follow us on our social media pages linked in the description below.